Hi, AJ Hartley here, and I have a favor to ask. A friend of mine based in South Africa is trying to raise money to rebuild a couple of houses in the village of Dellani, which is close to where he lives. His name is Brilliant Makubele. I have known him for many years. He was my guide in South Africa when I was working on the Steeplejack series. And since then, we've done a number of projects together where we're trying to raise money for schools and houses and such in his area. He organizes volunteers to do the work, and I help him to try and raise money for the materials. He's completely trustworthy. The money goes directly to the project. It goes through me because I'm using Indiegogo and we can't send the money direct to South Africa. So it has to go through me first. But I don't get a cut of it. Nobody gets a cut of it. It goes straight to them. In this case, we're trying to rebuild two houses, which, as you can see, are frankly, not livable. And this is kind of, times are hard for everybody at the moment, and money can be scarce and tight. But, people shouldn't have to live like this. And however bad our situations are in the US and elsewhere in the world, the chances are they're not like this. So in order to rebuild these houses, we need like 30,000 South African rand, which sounds like a lot, but is only a little over $4,000. We've been trying to raise this money for several weeks. We've only got like 10 days left on the campaign, and we are nowhere near. We've raised like 14% of our target goal, less than $1,000. So if you can spare anything, doesn't matter how small, that you can contribute to the campaign to help Engel and her family. As you can see, one of the girls has some fairly serious disabilities, and they've got some acute weather coming their way over the next few months in South Africa. And, it would be nice to think, the local government should be able to help. They can't. We've had this conversation many times over the last few years. And the government, frankly, doesn't help over there. It does what a lot of governments do. It looks mostly after itself. And certainly in South Africa, where there is also a lot of other social problems and corruption and so on, money is not reaching these people. It's not their fault. They can't do anything about it. They want to build a better life for themselves, and they simply can't because they're barely surviving, literally barely surviving. So if we can help a little, then that would be good. I think that we can argue about the politics of these things and the value of charity, but in the end, this is as good a way as any to demonstrate our shared humanity with people who are less well off by virtue of birth. So if you can spare a little, please check out the link, which will be in the description for this video. I'll put it in the comments as well. It's an Indiegogo site. And as I say, the money goes direct to Brilliant, who's organizing the reconstruction, which has already started, but they don't have the money to finish the project. So if you can help, please do. Thank you. And that's all for now. Cheers. Look after yourselves.